Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with another Dokkan Battle news video, and today we got some very interesting stuff, kind of a little bit of it, but some very interesting stuff nonetheless. Let's go ahead and hop into it here. So first of all, we have this tweet from Team Dokkan. Yes, my boy Teen Gohan is now a data miner. No, Team Dokkan, who tweeted this tweet a little bit earlier today. And I don't know, well, he used a kind of funny text for it. That's why it's not getting translated. But basically what it says is that hint, wow, I apparently cannot speak today. Hit is going to be the next Dokkan Fest on Global, and they're going to put some respect on my man's name. As you know, the past couple hit hards have been... Wow, I really can't talk, bro. The last couple hit cards. Wow. We need a counter in the comments for how many mistakes I make in this video. Anyway, so they're going to put some respect on my man's name, which I very much appreciate. So this is kind of interesting, though, considering that, you know, we're all kind of thinking that Broly should be coming soon to Dokkan, whether it's JP or, you know, JP and Global at the same time, but it seems like they're not even going to capitalize, which is a very odd move, because Bandai usually ain't about all that, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a little bit odd, but very cool nonetheless. I think he's going to be a very good card, you know, obviously with, you know, Dokkan saying that they're going to put some respect on his name. Very, very interesting there. Again, though, do keep in mind that this part is sort of, you know, unfortunately, you know, even though Team Dokkan and the rest of the data miners are credible, unless, you know, they like slap a picture on there with something there, you do have to take it with a small grain of salt just in case, right, that they could be wrong. You know, obviously they built up credibility, but you just kind of have to, you know, take that into consideration that there is a chance, right, that your boy could be wrong. But I trust Dokkan, so I think you should too. But very exciting stuff. I'm not sure what category he'll be elite of. I'm kind of thinking maybe they'll give, you know, Representatives Universe 6 category leader to Hit. I think that would be really cool, although the category would be kind of limited. Off the top of my head, I can really only think of, you know, Kale, Caulifla, and Kefla. Maybe Kaba. I guess Champa would probably... Well, no, because he's not a rep, is he? Huh. Yeah, I guess the, like, SR, Megetta, and Botama would be on there. I don't know. It'd be kind of limited, but it would still be a cool category. But maybe if they do decide to go that route with his leader skill, they decide to come out with some new cards for Universe 6, which I think would be super dope. Now, moving on here, just keep in mind again, like I said, you know, this is, you know, like, obviously credible data miner, but you have to take it with a small grain of salt, right? But in-game news here, we got a brand new thing. Well, not brand new, I guess, but coming to Global, which I feel like this is coming kind of soon, but I guess it's not. I don't know. I guess it's kind of on time for how Global's been releasing updates. 4.0.1 is on the way. JP like just got this update, it feels like. I don't know, that's just to me. I kind of, you know, went into a little bit more detail about this stuff in some past videos. I'll throw that video at the end of this one, but I'll go over this stuff briefly. Basically, the Giru, however you say my little dude's name, function is going to be added to the top right corner as it is on JP. Not sure where they're going to put the Pilaf Shrove. Maybe they'll put it like, you know how right now in JP you click the blue thing and then it has, you know, quest and event and battlefield and world tournament and all that. Maybe they'll put it there, or maybe they'll just stick it under the Giru thing. I don't know. Or maybe they'll just get rid of it altogether. That would be sweet. No, but like, he is a pretty good update. First thing that he kind of brings here is these free-to-play characters that you can grind. It has a list of every free-to-play character that's available to grind right now. So it's kind of a nice little thing just to see, you know, oh, you know, maybe I haven't done this guy yet, or, you know, oh, I could do this guy. Next, of course, we have the tags, which we were talking about before. It's kind of underutilized on JP, at least by English-speaking JP players, because obviously, you know, Japanese players can put the Japanese in and read it, but For English speaking players, this is, well, I guess you can put English in on the Japanese version, but still, we kind of didn't really, like understand completely what this function, like what the real purpose of it was. Like, we were just like, oh, well, you could just kind of sort it by, category and type and then kind of get the same result. But they do give a good example here. They use stun as an example. So these are all units that stun. So I guess that makes a little bit more sense now. You could definitely have like a category, or not a category, I suppose, but a tag where it's all your rainbow units. You could have a tag where it's all the Great Ape style transformation units, all of the regular transformation units. You could have, all your 120s in one tag. You know what I mean? So you could do some interesting stuff with it, I suppose. Obviously, I would just not use it for, stuff that you could normally sort through with categories and typing and whatnot. But nonetheless, still very interesting, and I think that's a good way to utilize it, though. So then we have the new growth tab, but this is actually extremely helpful. I've used this a ton of times. Basically, whenever you click on the card's art, you can click on this button in the top right corner next to the lock, and then you can immediately go to their training, their awakening for their medals, or their hidden potential. It is so helpful. It's extremely helpful. You click on that bad boy and you can go to any of those, especially if you're in like the wrong menu and you're like, oh, I want to go to this menu quickly. Definitely a great place to do it. I'm kind of intrigued because Dokkan has been throwing out a lot of updates where they're making it easier or quicker, I guess I should say, to navigate through menus. So I guess it's just quality of life stuff, but it's just kind of like a little bit of an odd thing. You know what I mean? That's like that specifically. Anyhow, though, they do have the update now where you can click on an awakening medal and go straight to the event if it is active. Or actually, this is not live on this update here, but when the keys eventually come to global, when you click on go to event, it'll actually take you to the event where you can use a key on it. Now, obviously, you'd probably rather save your keys for something else, but still very cool nonetheless. And that is definitely an easy way to get to an event instead of having to scroll through and click through everything, right? So cool, though. You click on the medal and then there it is. Then there is the search for character name function on global, which is pretty cool. Of course, this was kind of underutilized by JP English-speaking Dokkan players, because for this one more so, you had to. This is the one I was mixing it up with in terms of having to type in the Japanese. You have to type in the Japanese to find the character's name, right? Here, obviously, of course, this is in English, so you can just type in an English character's name. If you type in Goku, all of your Goku units will come up, rather. If you type in Gogeta, all your Gogeta units will come up, so on and so forth, right? So nice little update there, nice little quality of life stuff. Obviously the next kind of like quality of life stuff that will be coming global will be the keys. So that's pretty cool. But this is a nice little update. I honestly think probably the best thing in here is this, at least, this and maybe the metal thing. I definitely use this the most because it's just so easy to navigate menus, and this is just kind of helpful, so you don't have to go through all the events to find the medal, and you can just go to it really quickly. But the tags can definitely be utilized in an interesting way. Obviously, this is just kind of something nice to see what you can farm free to play wise, and this is just, if you really can't find a unit, because there's so many ways to, like search for a unit now, right? Like there's I don't know, there's so many different ways that you can go about looking for the unit that you're looking for in your box, right? You can sort it by category. You can sort it by, type and extreme or whatever, so on and so forth. So then the next update as well, besides the keys, should bring with it to global the dual category sorting feature, which, is kind of implying to us right now that the next Dokkan Fest, or maybe, like Dokkan Fest after the next one, whatever it may be, especially kind of Gogeta and Broly, right? Kind of hinting that they could possibly be dual category leads, since you're gonna use the sort function to sort through two different categories, right? You can do more than two categories, but like, why? At least right now, why, right? Like, imagine we get to 5 category leads. That would be absolutely insane. But that is going to be the next update on Global, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, though, thank you all for watching. That is going to do it for today's news. Let me know what you think of everything in the comments section below, as per usual. That is going to do it from me here. By the way, I know Kayvon wasn't in this video, but I don't know where he is right now. He ain't on Discord. My boy's MIA right now, but I'm sure he'll be back later. Anyway, though, catch you in the next one. Epic Me 2 out. Peace.